And Beach Bums Media is proud to present In the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley. He's just plain Rob from the Stark Naked Truth, and I'm Ashley.
From the Beer Cave.
From the Beer Cave. And you can follow us on Twitter at Bums Media, Instagram, Beach Bums Media, or you can search us out using the search tab In the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley on YouTube, Facebook, and the podcast platforms Spotify and iHeartRadio. You can also email Rob or I. Rob's email is robspcbums, B-U-M-Z, at gmail.com. Or you can email me here at the show, beachbumsmedia, with a Z, at gmail.com. Now,
love to hear from you. I haven't gotten any emails yet from anybody. So
all I get's bills.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of spam, but I don't like spam.
Oh, you got to fry it.
You Monty Python fans will get that.
You have to fry the spam.
I still spam and bologna. You can do anything to it. I'm still not gonna like either.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just fry it. Then you won't like Sunday mornings around here.
Maybe not. Yeah. I'll just stick with the eggs. Thank you very much.
Well, the spam's in the eggs.
Oh.
Well, dice it, fry it, dice it, throw it in the scrambled eggs, omelet.
If you can kind of hide the taste, kind of like grits.
And then you fry the potatoes with a dry rub and that I use, and then so you get the fried potatoes, and I've got bacon on a cookie sheet in the oven, frying some spam, dice it all up, throw it in the scrambled egg mix, throw the bacon in there, and then melt some cheese on top of it, and take it all out, put it all together, put the cheese on top, put it in the microwave. Don't turn the microwave on, just put it in the microwave, and then set the cheese in there. 15 minutes, you got nice melty, mix it all up, and you got what you call a Texas trash plate. And boy, is it good.
Texas trash.
Now, if you want to make it double trash, you throw on some chili.
You know, to tell you the truth, I think I could handle the spam and or the bologna in a mixture like that, because with the bacon and the eggs and the chili,
it's all pretty
and the
good.
Onions and the potatoes. And
that was from a long time ago, and we actually did a cooking show years ago, and that was on there. And my mother made a guest appearance on that show, and that's what I cooked. Texas trash plate, because she's from Texas. Well, we're from Texas. I just got smart, moved to Florida. Anyway, moving on.
What's going through my head is
we have a studio line, 850-588-9275. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if we're not sitting right here, you can always leave a message on that phone line with a cute story, an anecdote, whatever you want to do. Don't forget your name and number, and we will probably call you back.
And if not, we can record your line, your call, and we can at least play it back on next week's show or the week after. So
it's 850-588-9275, and today's bumper music is provided by bensound.com.
As always. So this week, not one, but two tropical storms came through.
The second one was a fluke. Nobody saw it coming.
Nope.
It was not predicted. It was just a rain event, and all of a sudden, when you're looking at the National Weather Service, and it's a X,
right?
There's a yellow X and a orangey X, less than, greater than. This was a borderline greater than. Then the next thing you know, like within an hour, bam! It picked up 2 notches of wind speed. Tropical storm.
I was driving, and it got to the point, the rain, there was wind, but it was more of a rain event, like Ashley said.
More rain than anything.
And I actually had to pull into the Walmart's parking lot because I couldn't see past my hood. It was raining that hard.
Yeah.
So I pulled into the Walmart, and I sat there for a good 20-30 minutes while this constant monsoon rain poured down on us. We had flooding all over the place.
We were already saturated.
Yeah, right, from Ida.
Well, we've been getting a lot of rain after Ida,
Right.
and so it's like almost daily. So our ground, and anywhere it rains for like a week, it's going to be saturated.
Yeah, we have very sandy soil here, so it doesn't. I mean, it soaks it up quickly, but there's also low-lying areas, and our water table is very shallow. So
Oh yeah. Yep, that's why people don't have basements in their houses in Florida.
You will not.
You'll have an indoor pool.
You will not find a basement
in
here in Florida.
Unless your house is on stilts, and then you could put a basement, but it's still going to be above ground.
Right. And the pools, there's some in-ground pools, but
they're not that deep.
Yeah, and they're reinforced with. I mean, they're probably concrete's probably.
Oh yeah, it's like number 8 rebar, which is about that big around.
Yeah.
So. No, D got soaked in. I was in it. It's not so much the rain that comes down when you're traveling, like on I-10 or any interstate or any road. It's the mist that's coming off car tires. It mixes with the rain. So you got the rain coming down, and then you've got the road mist coming up that the cars are doing it, and that's what causes this massive glare, and that's what causes all these wrecks. I drive a truck. And let me tell you something, it's just as bad up where I'm sitting as it is down for y'all in a car.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't see either.
Well, I drive a car, and I'll tell you what, you cause me lots of problems because those trucks kick up more mist than a car does.
Stay out of the way.
It's a simple solution.
Stay out of the way. Oh, and turn your damn headlights on.
Yes, it's the law.
I can't see you, so I can get out of the way if you don't have your lights on.
Yeah.
So there's your safety tip of the day.
I saw, there was one thing, I passed so many cars that didn't have the lights on, so I couldn't see their tail lights.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see past my hood anyway, and I can't see their tail lights, so I don't know if they're there. If they stop short, boom,
And you didn't stop short.
No.
And yeah, that's like you're waiting on the highway patrol at this point.
Yeah.
Officer, this is my side of the story.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, this it was today was a beautiful day.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And guess what? Hey, tomorrow, 24% chance of rain tomorrow afternoon with thunderstorms.
Really?
I have a Jeep. Jeep's leaked. I just got it dried out from Ida. And this little Mandy, what was this girl's name that
I think it was Mindy.
Mindy. Anyway, got my Jeep wet again, so I was going to take the doors off and get her to dry out again. But 24% chance of rain for tomorrow afternoon. I wasn't willing to risk it, so that's just going to be a job for another day.
And the thing about those of you from where I'm from in the Midwest, 24% chance of rain doesn't sound like much in the Midwest. Here,
in my driveway,
we're going to get some rain. So
last week we had a sun shower, right?
Yeah.
And I had the doors off, and all I could do was sit there and just watch it rain.
Yeah.
Because my neighbor Ron had my cover, and I couldn't get the doors out there fast enough, so just let it rain.
And poor Ashley had this boot on. He's trying to get out there, and he finally just went,
I can't.
Forget it. Never mind.
Done.
It's just done. I'll let her dry out later. But yeah, we'll get these little sun showers where there's one cloud, and a lot of this weather comes off the Gulf. And
and it doesn't last long, but it's just enough to aggravate you.
Yeah.
If you crack your window at work, it's because it's 90 degrees outside. You go outside, you sit down in your car, and you're inside a building, and you don't realize it's a sun shower that happened because it dries pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then you go sit in a seat, and you go,
what just happened?
Yeah, I had a sun shower.
Do I need it depends. Maybe I should go see my doctor about this problem.
Yesterday, and we talked about something earlier in the week, and we'll get that in a minute. But yesterday, I posted a photograph on all of our social media accounts. It shows all the social media that we're on, the Facebook page, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Spotify, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Showed all how we could get to it and do all, and Twitter.
Right.
All the different. No, you can't keep one name for all these platforms. I'm sorry, I tried. Very difficult.
Yeah.
I did try, and I know it's a lot of information to take in. Anyway, I posted it on my personal Facebook account.
I saw it.
And I tagged a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy that I had seen or talked to in a while made a comment. He goes, "You got any funny Jeep stories?" And I went, "Ha, yeah, I do. I got one." And I said, "I may talk about it on the show." And he goes, "Okay, I dare you. Michael, here you go."
He once sat in his seat when it was wet, and he walked around with a wet bike. No, that's not it?
No. I'm going to say it's probably a year ago, or it might have been longer than that. I don't know. Anyway, I had the doors off the Jeep, all 4 doors off the Jeep, and all the windows out. And so I just had the cover, just to keep the sun off me, just to beat the heat a little bit.
Yeah.
And I went over to where my wife works, a little establishment over at the other side of town. I didn't know he was in town. You know, I know his parents very well, and so he was there. And hey, good to see you, blah blah blah. And we're chit chatting, having some fun, and all that stuff. Well, I don't realize that he's gone for a few minutes, and then I get ready to leave because I have to get back over here to take care of something at the house or whatever. And I go out to my Jeep, and there are straws and napkins in every corner you can imagine in my Jeep. I don't know where he got the plastic drinking straws from, but they were tied to any and everything inside and outside of my Jeep. I literally pulled napkins out of crevices in my Jeep for a week.
At least there were crevices in your Jeep and not your person.
Yeah. So, funny thing, straw boy.
So now I understand why he said, "Got any funny Jeep stories?"
Yeah, I got any funny Jeep stories? Yeah, I do, funny man. Anyway, no, there was literally straws, and if Dee thinks for 1 minute that he got them from the bar, she is gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, well,
anyway, no, on a Jeep there's 2 tie downs on the hood, so when if you lower your windshield down, you can tie it so it won't bounce up and down.
Yeah, right.
He tied them to that. He tied straws through the grill. They were through the front of the Jeep, the bumpers, around the lights. Have cube lights, and shoved them in the vents, the air conditioner vent. They were everywhere inside that Jeep, and then a big old wad of napkins were just tucked everywhere like Kleenex, shoved in the seats, just everywhere.
You said he disappeared for a minute.
Well, I thought he'd left. See you later, man. An hour later, I go out. Damn it, man. So I got you, bacon boy. Come back to town, dude. I got your number. I know where your parents live.
What do you drive now?
Oh, I'll find that piece of information out.
I know somebody's got horses on their farm.
Horses on their farm? Oh, yeah, okay. I'll let you know.
Big plops.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Cows would be better.
Cows would be good too.
We talked about that, cow patty fights.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We used to do that when we were kids out. I didn't live on the farm, but I had a lot of farm.
When you went camping and stuff, like when the Boy Scouts, we used to go camping and have the cow patty fights.
Go cow tipping, snipe hunting. Snipe hunting was always fun with the kids.
I used to take my wife to the submarine races. Is that the same thing as snipe hunt?
No.
No, it's not.
No, submarine races are a lot more fun than snipe hunts when you're a teenager.
Okay.
Snipe hunts are just funny when you're taking your little brothers out and you give them a garbage bag and say, "Just wait for the snipe.
Yeah.
It's gonna run into your bag," and then you scare the bejeebers out of them.
Well, speaking of brothers, you had a conversation with your brother the day you told me about.
Oh man!
And this is called Things That You Hear in Boot Camp. You didn't think I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I'm
glad you did.
I made a note.
I actually told somebody the story today, and this was one of the stories.
Don't forget the dumpster.
Oh yeah.
That's a big.
Yeah, they're somewhat tied in. When I was in boot camp and I was in Air Force basic training, one of the things I did was I had a notepad, and anything anybody said that was funny, I would write it down. And most of the things that people said were funny, they didn't really think was funny. It was just funny to me.
Well, the reason I had to write it down because back in the day, you didn't have video on your camera, so you couldn't record it.
Well, and even to this day, you can't carry your cell phone with you when you're in boot camp.
Oh, I didn't know
that. So,
you came to bootleg one in?
No. So anyway, I don't remember the guy's name. In boot camp, everybody's first name is airman, so you call everybody by their last name. And this guy, I think we're about maybe 2 weeks into boot camp, and when you walk up to the TI, training instructor, you treat them like an officer, because that's what they're trying to do, is train you to do your reporting statements, and you don't have a lot of contact, if any contact, with actual officers, so you treat your DI as if he's an officer. So he walks up, and we're all standing at attention in formation, and he walks up, stands at attention, and said, "Sir, Airman Smith reports." And TI said, "What is it, Airman?" "Sir, one of my left testicles is bigger than the others." And without skipping a beat, didn't even crack a smile, TI said, "How many left testicles you got, Airman?" "Just one, sir." "Well, take that left testicle, get the sick call, and then get right back here." And my brother Kevin reminded me of that. I had almost forgotten about that story, but I had that was one of the stories I had written down in that little journal I kept. And he and I said, "Man, I can't believe you remembered that." We both were laughing until we cried about that. And
sounds to me like somebody got a mosquito bite.
I think so. I don't know what it was. I don't.
Him and a mosquito were bunked up in a cot somewhere. I don't know.
I never asked. I never followed up on that particular situation. One of the other incidents was, now, two guys that I do remember their names was Airman Drake, because his bunk was on my right side, and Airman Batts, who was probably my best friend. I do remember his first name, John Batts. He was on my left side. And during the weekends, we didn't have to drill. We'd have to do morning PT, like every day was morning PT.
You had to do PT every day.
But we didn't have to drill. We didn't have classes. But what they would do is they would put us on detail. So we'd either be on KP, we'd be mowing lawns, we'd be washing cars, officers' cars. We'd be any menial task you can think of, picking up garbage with the little tongs or even bending down. One of these tasks was painting dumpsters. and Drake
got to keep this area beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're on a military post or base or camp, and you got recruits, you don't have to contract out for landscaping. You got labor right there.
Oh yeah.
But what they would do is, anybody that was painting anything, could be a dumpster, could be a wall, could be whatever, they would have them turn their fatigues inside out, so that if any paint dripped on it, it wouldn't ruin their fatigues.
Wouldn't dirty the uniform.
Right, yeah, because
at that point, I think you would be considered out of uniform. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely, yes. And our fatigues at that point, these were the drab greens before they went to the BDUs, before they went with the camels. And so anyway, Drake is coming up. We're on the second floor. Drake is coming upstairs. I'm coming downstairs. And all of a sudden, our TI's coming upstairs. And what you had to do, again, treating him like an officer, you snap to attention, put your back against the wall, make a hole. And just stand at attention. Well, here's Drake with his fatigues on inside out. And he's got like orange paint, bright orange paint, like hunter orange paint.
Oh, good Lord.
Down his shirt and down his pants. And the DI looked at him and goes, "Airman Drake, what have you been doing?" He said, "Sir, painting dumpsters, sir." And the TI looked at him and goes, "Dumpsters?" He said, "Yes, sir. Those big things with garbage." And it was everything I could do to keep from laughing when he said that. And I could tell that the TI wanted to laugh at it, but he just went.
He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. He could not do it in front of us. He just went, "Get upstairs."
You're inside out, soldier.
Yeah, just get upstairs. Change your uniform.
Oh man, and the things you hear, and I used to get the Reader's Digest. I always like reading the humor in uniform.
Yeah, humor
That
in
was
uniform.
some pretty
Yeah.
funny stuff. I'm sure there's
All right. Well, may
some
I,
shenanigans that goes on.
if I may, one last story.
All right.
John Batts, like I said, is probably my best friend. Not probably, he was my best friend in boot camp. And I've not seen him since. I wish I knew where he was. I'd love to get a hold of him. But he was a black guy, and you have to wear your fatigues or your BDUs up until I think it's the last 2 weeks of training, at least back then. Then you can wear your blues, and that's how you know that you're a senior flight at that point. Is you're wearing your blue, your uniform, your Class Bs. And we got in one day, and we were changing out of our Class Bs into our PT uniform, or PT clothes. And Bats looked at his arms, and he looked in the mirror. He goes, "Man, when I got here, I was black, but now I am black." It just cracked me up.
Hey, they get sunburned too.
Oh yeah, yeah. They darken up.
He got a farmer's tan.
That was so funny.
I got one too.
Yeah, and he did. He pulled up his sleeve, and you could see that he had that tan line there.
Yeah.
I said, "Man, dude." But yeah, he was great.
Just when you thought you know somebody, they go and tell you something like that.
Like that.
Wow, you're black.
Yeah, I did not know that. Just the way he said that. But yeah, he and I did just about everything together. Off duty, we'd go to the PX or the VX rather. But anyway, I got a ton of basics training stories that I will spare you.
It might be a podcast for that.
For entire
another day. Well, today is September the 10th, which is Friday. It's National Swap Ideas Day and National TV Dinner Day.
Oh, I didn't know that. I should have stopped and got one.
Yeah, well, it's not too late. Day's not over.
Oh, that's true. Good
Anyway,
point.
I got some more national days, and tomorrow is the 11th, which we know.
Yeah.
And it's Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
I was going to do this today, and I ran out of time. Yeah, I didn't get we have a flagpole that we put up in the side yard, and it will go up this afternoon. I will put the flag up for a little while, and then at dusk, take it down, and then tomorrow morning I will raise it back up and put it at half-mast for the day.
Yeah.
And then all day Sunday I will fly it at full staff. I think that would be the appropriate way to do that.
And a lot of the ceremonies, national ceremonies, that actually happen today.
Yeah.
But there will be a lot more tomorrow.
There's going to be a lot of
as
stuff
well.
going on, so just check your local area. Anyway, Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance Day.
And there's been a lot of stuff on Facebook, people asking, where were you? What were you doing? Do you remember? And
Okay.
I remember vividly.
You know what? I know where I was.
Yeah.
I was in a parking lot in Duluth, Georgia. And a thing came across the radio, said all units return to base. I said, well, that doesn't apply to me. And then on the secondary channel it said Team B, which was me, or my team, returned to headquarters code 3. They wanted to get everybody pulled up, and what they were doing was they were taking a roll call to make sure that we all were safe and sound, and then we were all accounted for. Then we were informed what was going on, and then we were sent home and were told to maintain radio silence. We will page you if anything develops, because at this point nobody knew what was going on other than what the initial strike. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of what ifs. That's where I was at. That's what was going on.
I was actually asleep. My dad, I was between radio jobs. I was staying with my parents up in Indiana. My dad woke me up. He said, Robbie, you got to come downstairs. They just attacked the Twin Towers. And I went, what? He goes, yeah, come down. You got to come downstairs. So I saw the replay, and I said, when did this happen? Dad said, about 2 minutes ago, right before I came up and got you.
Wow, yeah.
And then I sat and watched live the second plane hit.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there in awe and disbelief, and
The whole world was shocked.
oh man.
And then after a brief investigation, they determined that two of the pilots, and I don't know, I cannot remember which two it was, actually took flying lessons from the little local airport, Briscoe Field in Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is also in Gwinnett County, near Duluth. And they worked out at a gym not too far from where I live. And so there were some hometown ties to some of the events that took place. And I can't remember what those two pilots piloted or where they struck, but they were training and took flying lessons in a little municipal airport in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Yeah.
Anyway, remember tomorrow. Then on Sunday, National Hug and High Five Day. There you go. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's also National Pet Memorial Day, National Hug Your Hound Dog Day. We got 3 of them. Busy day. And
I love Lucy hugs. Lucy's she's my little dog.
And it's going to be National Grandparents Day. All right, you 11. I want to talk to y'all.
I'm stepping out for a second.
National Grandparents Day. Got it? Okay. I got a bunch of
Okay, I'm back.
starting lineup for baseball.
I wanted Ashley Grandpa to have full camera presence on that particular presentation.
And then on Monday, National Kids Take Over the Kitchen Day. Still waiting for that to happen.
Well, it depends on how old the kids are.
It doesn't matter. Still waiting on it to happen. And it's also National Bosses Employee Exchange Day.
We did that. I've done that in radio before, where we've had our general manager come in and try to do a morning show, and then I would run the radio station for a day. Trust me, I could do his job. He couldn't do my job.
The next Tuesday, the 14th, is National Parents' Day off. I am all in for that. Then Wednesday is going to be National Double Cheeseburger Day.
I'm good with that one too.
I can do that, but I might have I don't know. I had a cheeseburger and a bacon burger today. It's sitting kind of sideways. Then Thursday is National Play-Doh Day. Who doesn't like a good Play-Doh day? Remember taking Play-Doh and rubbed it on the comics, and you can peel them up on the comics?
Yeah.
The colored ink.
Well,
I thought that was so cool.
You had that, and you had the silly putty.
The silly putty, that was it. That was it.
But the Play-Doh, remember a girl in kindergarten would eat the Play-Doh, and I'd go, why are you eating Play-Doh? You're supposed to make shapes.
Yeah. And then also next Thursday is National Working Parents Day,
which encompasses 95% of the American population.
That's right.
Probably, at least.
So that's pretty much a wrap up of the national days coming up. The most important ones, obviously, tomorrow. So flag the flag. I'm going to fly. You whatever you want. I'm flying mine at half mast tomorrow. Then I will keep it up Sunday at full staff.
Nice.
And then,
nice.
All right. Let's just go ahead and move on. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from around the globe, across the nation, and from your state, and possibly your city, and maybe from right down your street, it's Odd News of the Week you may have missed and might need to know about. And it's sponsored by Biker's Edge and Sandy Bottoms Beach Rentals.
But you might not care about it.
But you're going to hear about it.
But you're going to hear about it anyway.
The Brooklyn Police Department reports 17 vehicles were recently stolen from a car dealership along the Brooklyn Boulevard. And as of last Wednesday, 14 of the stolen cars have been recovered. According to police, on August 30th at about 11:46 a.m., a missing vehicle report was filed via Brookdale Luther Dodge. The Minneapolis Police Department had contacted them saying they had made an arrest of an individual who was in one of the dealership's vehicles and had numerous other key fobs in their possession. That's when the dealership realized they were missing 17 vehicles from over the weekend.
They didn't know they could. How big of a dealership is it? They didn't realize that 17 vehicles were gone?
Well, an investigation revealed that the dealership moved many new vehicles into their service garage for the weekend due to expected inclement weather.
Yeah, but 17?
The keys for the vehicles were left in each of the vehicles, according to police. This has inside job written all over it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
During the early morning hours of August 29th, surveillance video showed several burglars wearing masks breaking into the business and taking 5 vehicles. The business alarm, was not working. And the burglars returned with several more accomplices on Sunday morning, taking the additional 12.
Wow.
14 vehicles have been recovered from all over the metro area and as far away as Alberta. 3 vehicles, all Jeeps, are still missing, and they have no license plates.
Well, okay. Look for the look for the Jeeps with no license plates.
They moved them into a secure area, but left the keys in the car in a garage.
What was the name of the dealership, if you don't mind again?
Oh no!
Because I'm going to write a commercial. I'm going to write a TV commercial.
It was Brookdale Luther Dodge.
Come on down to Brookville Luther Dodge, where our inventory is so huge, we didn't even know that 17 of our vehicles were missing. We got them all. So come on down, and if you want one, heck, you can just take one. We won't know about it.
It's got inside job written all over it, man.
So
that's
a lot of
dudes
inventory.
sitting around drinking some beer in their cave, and they going, "Hey, man, I helped my company move about 17 cars in the garage. They told us to leave the keys in the switch. And guess what? The alarm's not working. Woohoo, party!" Just saying.
420, dude.
Yep. And from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the Iowa State Patrol is again urging Iowans to drive safely to prevent a serious accident after catching a driver going over 100 miles an hour in Cedar Rapids.
Wow. Cedar Rapids is, those streets are somewhat narrow.
Yep.
So
officials posted a photo on their Facebook page Friday morning after stopping a motorcycle clocked at 117 miles an hour. More surprising, the trooper stated the driver, or the operator of the motorcycle, only had an instructional permit. Well, good luck on getting that permanent driver's license. Thankfully, the trooper was able to get the driver stopped before something serious happened. In May, the Iowa State Patrol urged Iowans to be responsible on the road after stopping a driver on I-80 after clocking the driver at 100 miles an hour and with a BAC of .199.
Geez, what's the deal in Iowa these days, especially Cedar Rapids?
If you want to do 100 plus miles an hour, Iowa is your place.
At least Cedar Rapids is.
Well, since it was a motorcycle, nothing against Biker's Edge.
No.
But for all your riding apparel and biker needs, go visit our friends at Biker's Edge. They're located here in Panama City. Their hours are Wednesday through Sunday 10 to 5, and their number is 850-624-6206. And for any apparel that you may need, jackets, skid jackets, like this guy, helmets, and,
like this guy,
and accessories, they're the place to go. And if you have a military ID, you get a 10% discount. You make sure you tell Pat that Rob and Ashley from the Beer Cave sent you them way. I'm going to call the guy in Iowa after the end of this show.
And remind the police that they are Second Amendment friendly. Yeah. You know, we the last couple of weeks we've got these like angry emojis, and the only thing I can think of is maybe that's why, because I say Second Amendment friendly.
I messaged that one guy and asked him, I'm sorry, what made you give me that mean, what do you call that, the mean emoji or the mad?
Yeah, the mad.
The really red face and the scowling look.
Yeah.
We got one on one post and one on another post, and I actually messaged another guy and I said, why? And he hasn't messaged me back because I was just curious what made him mad. You know, maybe it was something we said or did or a story that we did, and you want to talk about it. Email, let us know.
We may not apologize,
but I would like to know.
Depending on what we said, but
I'm not going to give you a coupon or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just more curious than anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, this story just happened the other day. I just saw it the other day. The August 29th subway power outage that stranded hundreds of people underground as a result of human error, the governor's office has said. Someone apparently pressed a power off switch that should have had a plastic cover over it.
How many times have I done that?
I'm sitting there going, what does this button do?
Yeah.
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah.
The cascading series of failures that followed took out the MTA's numbered subway lines as well as the L train and led to a large-scale rescue in the Bronx. The state immediately identified a system failure that contributed to the problem, but the new report prepared by two outside engineering firms makes it clear it started with human error and it spiraled from there. So one switch, shut it all down.
Well, I think the first human error was somebody took that plastic switch or that plastic cover off. So that was the first human error.
You know, you can go get a label maker that says do not flip switch.
Well, we have a piece of tape on our soundboard here.
Yeah.
Do not touch.
Yeah.
So,
do not move this volume past this point. So they don't know who flipped the switch, but human error shut down the L trains and the subways in the Bronx for several hours, causing mass evacuations.
I guarantee there's one person who knows who caused it.
That person has not come forward.
That person has not come forward.
Could call out sick the next
He's
day.
like, he's walking around going,
wow, did that really happen? Yeah. And if you did not receive your package containing a large quantity of marijuana recently, you're in luck. The town of Geneva.
I know some people who would think otherwise, but okay.
The town of the Geneva Police Department is holding it for you.
Geneva, Alabama?
I don't know where it's hanging at. I don't know where it's at. Hang on, we'll get to it. Anyway.
We'll get there, yeah.
The police department on Wednesday posted a photo of 3 bags packed with marijuana that were found inside a undelivered UPS package in an effort to find its rightful owner. The town of Geneva Police Department are hoping to find the rightful owner of this parcel that was returned to UPS last week, the Post reads, before offering a phone number and the name of an officer to call should you believe the package was destined for you. That post received more than 500 likes and nearly 800 shares on Facebook in less than 24 hours. What are we doing wrong?
No.
Well, I guess we should mail Mary Jane to us.
It was mine. It was mine. And what I think probably happened too was somebody made arrangements. You know how people are like door dashers. They not. I don't mean the food delivery, where they steal packages. All right, I'm gonna have it delivered to this house.
Watch for it, and then go
pick it up. Yeah, porch bay. That's better than.
The Post explains the package was initially delivered to the wrong address, and its listed return address appeared to be incorrect. Duh. But a certain aroma tipped off UPS that the recipient might consider the package important. Luckily, there was a very distinct odor coming from the package, and the UPS knew there was a significant value to the contents inside. The police department declined to comment further on the package, citing it's an open investigation. But an update to the Facebook post said, we understand that nobody will be claiming this package and that marijuana is becoming much more accepted in this country. For those of you that are trying to struggle to find the humor in this post or believe that the taxpayer money is being wasted, don't worry. It's almost the weekend.
And we're going to have a party with the department.
If the package does look familiar, you may want to act fast. At least one person had already tried to claim it. Idiot. And for that one person that has tried to claim it, we appreciate your humor.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to know how he tried to claim it. Yo, dude.
Hey, my name is Bobby, and I think you got my package.
Yeah, man. I just got a text message, dude, that It showed delivered, but it's not on my front porch, man.
It's either that or it was Tommy Chong showing up trying to act like a teenage guy. Hey man, I think you got my package. Is Dave here? I do have a story. This wasn't actually happened, but when we get to the idiots in jail,
Okay.
I have a story.
Okay.
This actually, I witnessed it.
All right.
It
cool.
happened.
All right.
This portion of the program, though, brought to you by Sandy Bottoms Beach Rentals, and they can make your beach experience perfect. Beach more, stress less. You can give them a call, 850-319-9648. You can also find them online, sandypcb.com. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to either call them up or you're going to order online, and they have several packages for you to choose from, even now. And it's actually going to go all through the year. So, you know, if you are coming down for an October, November family gathering.
You know what? I'm thinking Thanksgiving on the
yeah.
beach that's a nice time of year to go to the beach.
Yeah, we usually have good weather. You know, even January and February gets a little chilly, but other than that, we still have some good weather.
Down there, enjoy it.
Yeah, and what they'll do is they'll come out and they'll smooth all the sand out for you. They'll set up an umbrella and a couple chairs for you if that's what you want. They'll set up a tent and as many chairs as you want. They'll bring an ice chest. They will bring everything you ask for except for your drinks and your food. They will not provide that. So give them a call. They will even, if you'd like to stay out a little bit later, set up a smokeless fire pit. It's propane, no smoke, no ash, and you can sit and enjoy one of our beautiful, gorgeous Panama City, Gulf of Mexico, Emerald Coast sunsets. Now these happen all year round. Doesn't matter what kind of weather it is. Doesn't matter what temperature it is. You can find our sunsets are just absolutely gorgeous, especially after tropical weather.
Oh yeah.
But as I said, you don't have to worry about a thing. They'll set everything up. All you got to do is show up, enjoy the day, let them know when you're going to leave, and once you leave, they come, they pack everything up, and you don't have to worry about anything.
No fuss, no muss.
Just a great day with your friends and family. It's Sandy Bottoms Beach Rentals. Again, the number 850-319-9648. Or you can find them online, sandypcb.com. Just show up and relax, beach more, stress less.
And be sure and tell them Rob, let me get the name right. Rob and Ashley in the Beer Cave sent you their way.
And tip them well. Yeah, they're good. They're good folks.
Absolutely. The guy's working hard for his money.
Yeah.
All right. And now, the stories you're about to hear are true. The names have not been changed, and all persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. It's time for
Idiots in jail.
Dun dun dun. Where's Jack Webber?
I know. Yeah. Dun-dun.
After fleeing from the scene of an auto crash he caused, a 25-year-old motorist who was married earlier in the day. I know marriage does a lot of things to a lot of people, but wow.
Yeah.
This guy, there's more.
I had a feeling.
And he appeared under the influence.
I had a feeling.
Then he declared all hail Donald Trump before scuffling with Florida jailers who sought to restrain him. Police charged Mr. Ruthenberg driving the wrong way in a Vero Beach Street Monday afternoon when he struck a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction. He then ran from the scene of the crash, which resulted in hospitalization of the other driver for neck, back, and leg pain. He was subsequently arrested near the crash site and acting erratic and appeared as if he were under the influence of an unknown substance. I'm thinking unknown substance as marriage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The wedding cake.
Upon arrival at the county jail, Ruthenberg declared all hail Donald Trump while failing a series of sobriety tests. His blood alcohol was 0.0, which prompted the police to ask him for a urine sample to determine the presence of a chemical or controlled substance. As the cop prepared the urine test, Mr. Ruthenberg started to take his pants off and then spread his buttocks, during which time he placed 2 fingers up there in the wazoo.
Wow.
He was then placed back into handcuffs, and after later agreeing to undergo a drug evaluation, began acting erratic and again was out of control, leading jail personnel to again restrain him with handcuffs. His behavior, an investigator concluded, was constant with someone under the influence of some kind of stimulant. I don't think it was Viagra.
Yes, no.
Ruthenberg was photographed struggling with jail personnel as they sought to take his mugshot. Ruthenberg was charged with a DUI and leaving the scene of an accident causing seriously bodily injury. He's been released from the county jail after posting $2,000 bond. As seen in nuptial photos posted on Facebook, he was married August 30th, the day he was arrested. His bride turned 20 that day, and according to the couple's marriage certificate, the duo was wed by a clerk at the Indian River County Courthouse in Vero Beach.
And they now hold the record for the world's shortest marriage.
The auto crash caused occurred a few blocks from the courthouse. Rutherford, who lives about 15 miles from Vero Beach, is a registered Democrat.
Oh, but all hail Donald Trump. Okay.
According to the Florida voter records, the email address he provided when he registered is, and I was wondering why I couldn't get this, ifarted69@gmail.com. I was wondering why I couldn't get that one.
Wow.
The only reason I did that story was the 2 thumbs up the wazoo.
Well, yeah. And the I farted 69. At first I'm thinking, okay, this guy, he's got a 0.00 blood alcohol level. Maybe somebody slipped him something. Now I'm thinking, nah, he took something. And I wonder...
Somebody making his toast champagne or spiked the wedding cake or something.
Well, they were married by a county clerk.
Yeah.
So I doubt that they had a huge reception. So he probably walked out.
I'm thinking maybe the reception was in the car.
Exactly. That's what I think. They're walking out. They get in the car and say, "Okay, honey, here we go.
Here you go, Paul.
Happy birthday and happy anniversary."
Yeah, there you go. From Utah, one person is in jail without bail after a handwritten license plate and other problems with the car on I-15 near Parwan in Iron County led to the discovery of a large amount of possible methamphetamine.
Now, may I say, you don't hear a lot of crime stories coming out of the state of Utah. So this is interesting.
Handwritten license plate.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I saw the picture.
It's your first clue.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those down here in Florida.
In a probable cause affidavit filed in support of the arrest, a Utah Highway Patrol trooper said he first spotted the car with its handwritten license plate headed northbound on I-5. Now, sometimes people will handwrite their, tag applied for.
Or tag stolen.
Yeah, anyway, no, this guy wrote numbers and letters on it.
I farted 69.
Yeah. In addition to the homemade tag, Trooper Scott McElprang, wrote that he noticed illegally dark tinted in the windows, including over the third brake light in the rear window. Additionally, he said the driver followed a semi with a distance of under 2 seconds. So you're tailgating, handwritten, and you got darker than legal tint.
Which, tinting is kind of a judgment call because in Florida we can have darker tint than you can in Illinois.
But not over the third brake light in that side.
No, that's a very key point.
After pulling the vehicle over, the trooper said he noticed possible signs of drug use. I noticed his eyes were glassy, bloodshot, and red. He had facial tremors and was sweating. Well, I get pulled over, I sweat too.
Yeah. I pee myself.
I don't go that far, but I lost my place. preliminary search of the vehicle uncovered 2 small packages of a white substance believed to be methamphetamine. In addition to the invalid license plate, the Utah Highway Patrol said the driver's California license was either suspended or revoked. The car did not have a valid registration, and further search of the vehicle uncovered 3 more large bundles of suspected meth. In all, it added up to more than 7 pounds.
Jeez.
That's a lot.
Wow.
The trooper arrested the driver, identified as 41-year-old Francisco Valquez.
So he was, Swedish, right?
Yeah, go with that
Yeah.
as far as you know. Took him into custody and impounded the car. In a probable cause statement, Mackelberg, the officer, said Valquez admitted to using meth and receiving $2,000 to haul the drugs into the U.S. from Mexico. That's a long haul.
Yeah. $2,000, that's gas money.
He made an initial court appearance on Tuesday where the judge ordered him to remain in jail without bail. He faces several charges of felony drug distribution along with several misdemeanor charges. So you get paid $2,000 to drive a rolling meth lab, or not a meth lab, but a meth mobile with a handwritten license plate from Mexico to Utah.
And a revoked or suspended license. Yeah, and you're using while you're doing it.
Hey, you know what? He might needed the $2,000 to pay his fines to get his license reinstated.
No, and register the car.
And get the car registered.
Tag. Yeah.
You know what? You do what you gotta do, right?
So did they charge him with only having one wife in Utah? I'm sorry to all my Mormon friends. I do love you. I was a cheap shot. I do have a lot of Mormon friends, by the way.
And finally, a cannabis user, Mr. Stephen Cooper, stole Viagra from a pharmacy he was banned from. There's more to the story. The 46-year-old stole the packet of Viagra from the Lloyd's Pharmacy in Leak, and as he needed it for himself and as he formed a relationship with a woman. I hope there was a woman involved.
Yeah.
The theft happened 8 days after police executed a drugs warrant at his address and found 10 pounds worth of cannabis and in his room.
Just a question. If you're smoking weed and you're taking Viagra, don't they just wrestle for it at that point?
Pretty much.
I'm asking.
I'm asking. I don't know. I would think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, it goes on that says, maybe we'll clear this up here in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Cooper had been handed a 12-month conditional discharge for an earlier conviction. The prosecutor, Karen Wright, said police conducted a drug search warrant at a street address in Leak on March 11th and found 10 pounds worth of cannabis vegetation on a bedside table. The defendant returned to the address during the search and agreed to be interviewed. On March 19th, the defendant entered Lloyd's Pharmacy in Leak and stole the packet of Viagra. Miss Wright said 4 weeks before that he had gone to the pharmacy and tried to steal 4 packets of Viagra. He apologized. The shop did not tell the police, but banned him as they have a zero tolerance and left the pharmacy. Well, I guess it's good the pharmacy has a zero tolerance for shoplifting.
Right,
I
yeah.
think that's good.
But Viagra is a prescription drug. It's not over the counter.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Well, this is in Canada too.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Yeah.
On March 19th, the staff noticed him inside the store again. Miss Wright added they saw him place a packet of Viagra into his bag and run out of the shop. In his police interview, the defendant, admitted the cannabis was his and he intended to smoke it. He admitted to shoplifting offense. He said he intended to steal the Viagra when he walked in and he used the tablets for himself. Mr. Cooper pleaded guilty possession of a Class B drug and a theft from a shop. Ian Haley, mitigating, said the defendant had no convictions between 2000 and 2021 but fell off the wagon this year.
Well, darn it.
He said the offenses were very low level, and he added the Viagra was for the defendant's own use.
There's no.
He said he formed a relationship and needed the Viagra to help to enable him to keep up with the young woman he had formed a relationship with.
No pun intended.
He also stated and went on to say that he is not a hardened criminal. That's what he got. That's what it says. Right here. See?
I say he's not a hardened criminal. I was just thinking, good thing you didn't mess up. Good thing you didn't smoke the Viagra and take the weed, because he'd have been up for days.
Might need a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Ouch! Do you have to put the needle there, Doc?
Yeah. You just take a pencil. All right, this actually happened. It actually happened last night, and I don't know the details, but I was an eyewitness to this, and I would like to see the police report on it, because
when did this happen?
This happened about 3:00 in the morning.
Okay.
And I couldn't sleep. So a lot of times when I can't sleep, I'll just kind of just drive around a little bit, like you do a little baby, when you're crying.
Yeah.
So and I pulled in the Walmart parking lot, and I was right across from Checkers on Middle Beach, and just watching cars go by and doing kind of a little game to myself. I wonder where this car is going, and I wonder what this dude's doing out here this late. Well, anyway, I see this white pickup truck come by heading toward. There's a chicken place, Zaxby's.
Yeah.
So he's
right.
heading west on Middle Beach, and there's a Panama City Beach police cruiser behind him.
Oh, really? Okay, and that's right there near the firehouse, the
Yeah,
fire station.
yeah, right there before the intersection.
Yeah, there's a light there too.
Yes. Well, the police, the cop had his rollers going.
Oh, trying to light them up.
Trying to light him up, but he'd been following him since probably half the block.
And this is like, you can see the reflection of blue lights.
Right,
at night, because it's dark.
Right, and I see the reflection of the blue lights. I hadn't seen the vehicles yet, but he'd had them rolling for several yards, if not quarter mile. Well, the guy in the pickup, he gets to right before the Zaxby's pull-in parking lot, and he accelerates.
Oh no!
And I'm sitting there watching this, going, "Ooh, bad
This is gonna
news.
get good.
It's gonna get good." And of course,
should I follow?
Yeah. As soon as he accelerates, oh man, the sirens come on. Woo, 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 woo. So, and the guy finally makes a right-hand turn, and stops, and I can just see him. And the policeman gets out, and I'm just kind of sitting there, having a window down. It was a cool night. I was enjoying the breeze, and my first thought was, don't go anywhere. Let's just watch this play out.
Yeah, that's right.
And the next thing I know, another police cruiser pulls up, because I'm thinking,
Just when you think you're going to get the ticket, the second unit shows up.
the second unit shows up, and I'm thinking, because I was thinking, usually they call for backup, even if it's just a routine traffic stop.
Yeah, and it's Panama City Beach, and they're bored at the other end of the beach, so they'll come over here.
Well, not only that, we've had quote-unquote routine traffic stops that have turned tragic in the past, so
exactly.
they're very, very careful.
Yes.
So I'm still sitting there just kind of watching, and then a third police vehicle shows up.
That's the uh-oh moment.
And then a fourth vehicle shows up.
Wow.
And then a Bay County Deputy Sheriff vehicle shows up, and I'm thinking, this movie's getting good. I wish I had the script. I wish I knew what was going on. But I'm just sitting there watching this whole thing play out, and it was a long stop, and I can see them just searching, high and low through this white pickup truck. And it was dark, so I couldn't really see a whole lot of detail.
Couldn't see all the actors and all that stuff going on.
Couldn't see. At one point, I'm thinking, okay, if they're shooting, I'm ducking. If there's gunshots,
I'd back up.
I'm going the other way. I'm going somewhere, and it ain't going to be here. But finally, One cruiser leaves. Next cruiser leaves. Next cruiser leaves. One cruiser left. Tow truck pulls up.
Oh, there's good news. Somebody got cuffed and stuffed.
Somebody got cuffed and stuffed, and I saw it. I'm pretty sure it was whites.
And guess what? The cruiser that left at the high rate of speed had the driver in the car because he was going to boogie over the bridge to the county to the jail.
And I'm thinking this was not your routine DUI. This, I think
there was a drug deal.
Oh yeah,
it had to be.
It had to have been a drug deal because rarely have I seen 5 police vehicles on the scene of one stop.
I guarantee it involved the sheriff's department, and they were finishing up, and they called the beach police, going, "Hey,
we got this. Yeah, we got this guy.
This guy's on this road. Pull him over. We'll be there in a minute. We're going to finish up here."
But the funny thing to me is that I'm sitting, like I said, I'm just watching this pickup truck cruise down Middle Beach with the Panama City Beach policeman behind him with the rollers going, and then all of a sudden he hits the accelerator, and my first thought was, ooh, bad move.
Yeah, it's not a smart move.
That was not the smartest thing to do.
Not a smart move.
What you should have done was just pull into the Zaxby's parking lot and
done a couple donuts and peeled out.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm thinking, this guy was thinking about running. He was thinking about running.
He thought about it. Wow.
But yeah, and that was a true story.
And he's on Middle Beach. And I'll tell you something, Middle Beach, that's a good running road.
Yeah.
There's a lot of red lights,
Yeah.
and the West End Popo, it would have ended badly for you.
Yeah.
All the arteries going. You can go south, but you'll wind up in the water. You can go north, get to Back Beach Parkway, but you won't make it that far either.
No. Yeah, there's only so far south you can go in Panama City Beach.
And then you're going to run into water.
Yeah.
So. Listen, that's about all I got from my side of the table. It's probably about all the time we got.
Yeah, I think
we need to go ahead and check on out.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a slow news day, and it wound up being a little bit longer.
Yeah, and like I said, we had a lot of weather today. Today was just a gorgeous day.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next week. As always, thank you for just letting us be us.
And don't forget, tips are appreciated. You can Venmo at Beach Bums Media or Cash App the $ Beach Bums Media. We would greatly appreciate it. You can send something our way. So for all 2 of you that came by, thanks.
And don't forget, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Yep.
Instagram, Facebook, not just the live feed, but we'll have the full production up tomorrow.
Yep.
And, of course, on YouTube. You can catch us all those places.
Y'all take care. Thanks a lot for watching.
Have a great weekend.
See ya.